Right, well, that announcement of the Proteas 2023 Netball World Cup squad is scheduled to happen after 7 p.m. tonight. The Proteas are gathering support for their World Cup efforts, and tonight South Africans will have a clearer idea of who their new sporting superstars will be. Full View sports anchor Xoli Zondo is in Randburg awaiting the announcement of the elite World Cup group. So let's go there now. Xoli, can you give us a sense of what South Africans can expect? Coach Norma Plummer, is she playing her cards close to her chest, or do we pretty much know who our team is going to be?
Thank you so much, Simon. Maybe just to first paint a picture of what's happening here in Randburg at the Super Sports Stadiums. It is the studio. It is a hive of activity. We have already seen the Gauteng Premier, that is Banyaza Lesufi, arriving just moments before you came to me live. We do understand that the MEC is also going to be here. Netball South Africa executives are also here. I have spotted the president, Cecilia Mulokwane, who's already making her way inside to the studio. And of course, there are so many media houses that have also graced this occasion. It speaks to the importance of what's happening today, because we will finally understand who the final 15 will be that will be representing South Africa at the 2023 Vitality Netball World Cup. We do know that it is the 16th edition. And when you look at what Norma Plummer, the coach of the Proteas, has to go through, it is going to be a headache of sorts. She, along with the team of selectors, are going to have to knuckle it down to those 12 members and, of course, 3 reserves that have been allowed in terms of this selection. Now, what we do know is that they're facing nations that are really tipped to be quite the best. When we look at Australia, who are currently topping the world rankings, closely followed by New Zealand and England. In fact, England, that has already announced their squad. Coach Norma Plummer is going to make sure that she also has the arsenal that will be dealing with that. So in terms of names that we are expecting to be coming out, without a doubt, it has to be the captain, Bonyim Somi. Will she be announced? Will she be captaining the squad? She's also ably assisted by Shadine van der Merwe. The question is, will that also still remain the same? Now, what we do know about some of the new names that haven't been touted a lot is the likes of Refilo Nketsa and Owethu Ngubane. They came in for the quad series, but remember, they were replacing injured players, Nicholas Smith and Emil van der Berg. So the question is, if they are still injured, will they be making the cut, or will Norma Plummer be playing different cards here? The likes of Khanyisa Chawane, what a star player she has been. Will she also be part of that 15? And of course, that experienced defender, Carla Pretorius. Those are some of the names that we are expecting to be announced today. So it's going to be interesting to see who the teams are going to be, because that Pool C is going to be very challenging. When you look at a Wales team that is going to be playing them on the 28th of July, and of course taking on Sri Lanka and Jamaica in that pool, they will want to make sure that they bring the very best here, Simon.
Xoli, thank you very much for that update. We are all tuned in and waiting with bated breath for the squad announcement. I know it's going to happen just after 7. What do you think in terms of the squad announcement from, let's say, the Proteas cricket point of view? We know there was a little bit of controversy there in that squad announcement. Are the netballers, are they a little bit more settled as a squad? What's your take on the camp?
It's going to be very interesting, Simon, because there has to be a mixture of experience and that youth that is injected into the squad. Rightfully so, when you speak about the Proteas that represented us so well in February, walking away with that medal in the T20 World Cup. There was a lot of talk around the captaincy. We know that Dane Fanika didn't make it eventually into the squad, but the squad still did well. The question around here is going to be around Carla Pretorius, because we are expecting that she will be announced in terms of the experience that she possesses. But also a lot of talk is around maybe her name being omitted from the squad today. So it is going to be a question of Coach Norma Plummer looking at the experience that she can channel through, especially when you look at that captaincy from Bongi Msomi, but also the younger players in terms of Refilo Nketsa that I have referred to, and Owethu Ngubane. So it really is going to be that delicate experience and youth that has to be brought in. Remember that they're trying to do this for the very first time in their history. And of course, how amazing would it be on African soil for the very first time for the Proteas to walk away with the trophy? The Netball South Africa executives have said that they are looking for a podium finish. And when we spoke to the Deputy Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture earlier on, she said when the trophy does arrive in South Africa on the 25th of May, she doesn't want it to leave. So come the 6th of August, the trophy should be remaining in South Africa and at the Cape Town International Convention Center, where this global showpiece is going to be taking place. So a lot of questions around how Coach Norma Plummer is going to be strategizing. She's going to be looking at the shooting statistics of the players. She's going to be looking at their percentages. She's going to be looking at flexibility. What happens when the players are injured? Will she be able to bring in a variety of personnel onto that squad? So there is quite a lot that is going to be thought about, and we are hoping that the selectors can bring that forth.
Chloe, the Deputy Minister, she spoke about a podium finish. Yes, I think that everybody wants to see our team do very well, similar to the Proteas women earlier this year. But when you look at the likes of New Zealand, Australia and England, how close are the Proteas there? Because they've been playing quad series against these teams. So I take it that the players are very familiar with those superpowers of the netball world.
Absolutely. When we track it back to what happened at the quad series, unfortunately, the Proteas not displaying their best. But the best thing that came out of that is just how they were able to be on court with the best teams. You know, when you look at that Australian squad that truly is of quality, they are top ranked. They are coming in here as clear favorites. You look at an England squad that has announced a number of players that have been participating in 6 World Cups already. So you can see the experience that they've channeled through as they announced that England squad. And of course, New Zealand, that really are also second, are going to be contending for that #1 spot. The Proteas not doing well at the quad series. Of course, we know that they are 5th ranked in the world. We also do know that in terms of that group, they face a Jamaican side that hasn't had it easy against them. You know, when you look back at what happened in the Olympics, you know, the Commonwealth Games, the Proteas really not coming through against the sides like Jamaica and so forth. But here at home, we are hoping that the fact that they're playing it on home soil is going to change things around for them. This is the story of what happened with the senior national cricket team. They were never expected to go through to that final, but they did against an Australian side that was really top. But you look at the likes of the England that they beat coming into that final. So it really is going to be a matter of saying the Proteas should use the home ground advantage to make sure that they do get through with that podium finish. But of course, as the ministry had said, to walk away with the trophy, because it is something that is possible when you look at the quality of the Spa Proteas team.
Xoli Zondo, we are waiting for this announcement. Thank you very much for keeping us updated. We'll be back with you shortly.